Welcome to Hinduism or Hindu religion. The world cannot exist or continue without sexual desires, and Brahman or All-Father cannot ensure order and regular of its creation unless being procreated from sexual unions to support devas. Sexual unions are a central pillar for human existence. Hinduism views fulfillment of sexual desires as a chief aim among mankind. Without sexual unions, mankind cannot attain fourth aim or liberation, which ensures existence of their ancestors in ancestral paradise. Intentions determining whether sexual behaviors were lawful dharma or unlawful adharma clarify sexual desires were persuaded for right ends or wrong ends. Sexual desires persuaded for pleasures or selfish enjoyments were considered unlawful. On contrary, sexual desires for procreation as part of human duties were lawful in regards to ages or circumstance, upholding sexual unions as dutiful, moral, and lawful. Brahman or All-Father cannot be served without romance. All sexual desires have divine purpose. All conceptions are ignited by divinities, whether willing or unwilling. Upanishads hint at fainted connection between supreme bliss of Brahman and bliss arising from sexual union to be billion times less intense but in one divine. Thus, sexual unions are allowed in Hinduism for procreation or consumption reasons. Hindu laws are consistent for using such interpretation as standards to determine lawful or unlawful sexual behaviors. What justifies legality of sexual behaviors is conception. Hence, some laws might approve certain practices not appreciated by other castes. For example, young widows whose husbands had died without heirs were permitted to approach family men for conception or priests to bear children. Hinduism encourages hedonism and denounces celibacy. Celibacy might be complex to debate. Hinduism allows celibacy at old age after meeting all obligations. Though humans are mortals, infants are vulnerable to death, for they have just arrived from spiritual world, sometimes are known as angels. Old people are closer to death, for their souls are heading to spiritual world, so they need religion to prepare for their life or afterlife. Hinduism strongly rebukes young people from celibacy. Celibacy is not necessary for youthful years, years considered to be fertile and sensitive. Divinities want procreation from youthful stages. Some divinities enjoy sexual unions among themselves and some with humans. Shiva Parvati are divine couples cancelling out celibacy in Hinduism. If they are divine couples, why not humans? Hindu Jainism preach complete celibacy for certain group of chosen lineage and known as the monks, who might be young or old, male or female, and consider celibacy to be crucial value for attaining moksha. Hinduism associates celibacy to Santu, holy man, ascetic, withdrawing from society, and renounces earthly pleasures. Celibacy is avoiding earthly pleasures and not necessarily romance. Celibacy is termed as brahmacharya in Vedic scripts as fourth yamas. Translated word literally means dedicated to divine life. Divine life might not mean avoiding sexual unions, for sexual unions is a divine gift to be enjoyed by divinities as well as humans. The word is substituted to yogic rituals for celibacy. The purpose of yogic practices were to maintain focus in life and cultivate occult powers together with supernatural feats known as synthi. From Hinduism, it's proved men started celibacy from their own decisions, infertility, or health factors. Culture and religion states that decisions are made on behalf of women, so conception is not our decisions. Celibate man might not conceive, celibate woman might conceive not always from men but from divinities. Law books showed biasness against women, holding them as admirable gender and more culpable for inciting sexual lust. Without them, sexual immorality does not exist. Law books advised men to limit freedom for their women, keeping them within bounds to avoid them from distracting other men when men performed obligatory duties or not to succumb into temptations, causing intermixture of castes which might decline their family's reputation. Law books suggest tantric practices for self-realization or to supplement sexual energy into spiritual energy, allowing sexual unions among virgins as part of initiation ceremonies. Certain tantric practices required lawful wives and unlawful partners into sexual rituals. Temple prostitution was recognized as part of divine service, and prostitutes were allowed to access royal courts. Devdasi or Yogini services were prevalent in certain temples. Women officiating such services served devas among temples as their earthly sexual partners. Such women worked as dancers, singers, and manual servants as part of temple duties. Outside temples, such women served men they choose as their husbands, swines, or life partners. Thanks for listening. I've been your researcher, Emmanuel Sakit, and the model of teenage pregnancy.